Matt Stafford is coming available, and I believe he is a quarterback whom the Colts could target to try and fix that hole at quarterback. Matt Stafford is an incredibly talented player who has played for a very poor organization for his entire career. Matt Stafford is somebody, I think he's better than Phillip Rivers as of right now today. I think he would elevate that team. And he's been playing with Kenny Golladay and an aging Marvin Jones in Detroit. The offensive line isn't incredibly special. He does have TJ Hawkinson and this year DeAndre Swift. But I really think that Matt Stafford is probably one of the few plausible additions the Colts could make that would elevate that team into that Super Bowl window. It depends on what they do with that quarterback position. And if they were to go get Matt Stafford, I think they instantly go start winning playoff games. The other team that I think could make a run at Matt Stafford, and I think this one has been, made plausible. People are finding this one interesting, but it's the New England Patriots. It's Bill Belichick could go get himself a aging veteran quarterback, and they could have just a quick rebuild here. I don't know if Matt Stafford wants to go to New England. I think that New England is a lot of the issues he was facing in Detroit, where he just needs help. Matt Stafford by himself cannot carry a team to a Super Bowl. We've seen that. He hasn't won a playoff game. He's incredibly talented, but he cannot go to a barren cupboard and just expect to fill it all by himself. He needs an organization who already has a cupboard full of talent. And I think New England, they would win games. They would be better than they were this year. That defense is already really, really good. And I think the only reason why they even were in contention for a wild card spot in week 14 and 15. If they can draft a receiver, another running back, they need help with weapons. They need a tight end. I've heard some mock drafts slating them to draft Kyle Pitts in the first round. If they were to get Kyle Pitts on a receiver in the second, and then pick up Matt Stafford, that could be incredibly interesting. That team could potentially get you into a wild card kind of situation where they probably are second or third in that division, depending on how Miami does, depending on how Buffalo does next year. But that's incredibly interesting. And you got to think that knowing Bill Belichick, knowing that division is now incredibly competitive, he's not going to sit back and just kind of wait and draft players. And they haven't done a great job of drafting players anyway. So you got to think that they're aggressive. They go try and land Matthew Stafford.